The Lockheed EP-3 is the signals reconnaissance version of the P-3 Orion, operated by the United States Navy. Development: a total of 12 P-3C aircraft were converted to replace older versions of the aircraft, which had been converted in the late 1960s and early 1970s. The aircraft are known by the acronym AIRES, or Airborne Reconnaissance Integrated Electronic System. The squadrons that flew the EP-3E also flew the Lockheed EC-121 Warning Star from 1962 to 1974 and the Douglas EA-3B Sky Warrior from 1960 to 1991. There are 11 EP-3s in the Navy's inventory, the last of which was delivered in 1997. Notable incidents: in April 2001, an aerial collision between a United States Navy EP-3E Ares II, a signals reconnaissance version, and a People's Liberation Army Navy J-8IIM fighter resulted in an international incident between the United States and China. The J-8IIM crashed and its pilot was killed. The EP-3 came close to becoming uncontrollable, at one point sustaining a near-inverted roll, but was able to make an emergency landing on Hainan. The crew and plane were subsequently detained by Chinese authorities, accused of killing the Chinese pilot. After several days, the crew was repatriated separately to the United States while the aircraft remained in China, reported taken apart for research on American technology. Although the crew attempted to destroy as much classified material, hardware and software on the aircraft prior to the emergency landing, there is little doubt that the EP-3 was exploited by Chinese intelligence services. An American team was later permitted to enter Hainan in order to dismantle the aircraft, which was subsequently airlifted back to United States for reassembly and repair. Fictional incidents: EPX, Boeing has started working on an unscheduled replacement aircraft, the EPX, based on their 737. On August 16, 2009, the Navy issued an EPX analysis of alternatives that called for information useful for the execution of the Electronic Patrol X program, which will recapitalize the EP-3E aircraft to provide tactical, theater, and national-level intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and targeting support to carrier strike groups and to theater, combatant, and national commanders. On September 23, 2009, leaked Navy budget documents for FY 2011 revealed that the EPX program would be delayed rather than started in that year. On February 1, 2010, the President unveiled his proposed budget for 2010. This budget called for, among other things, cancelling the EPX program. Replacement: after the cancellation of the EPX program, the U.S. Navy has planned to replace the EP-3E Ares II with the MQ-4C Broad Area Maritime Surveillance Unmanned Aircraft and the MQ-8B Fire Scout Unmanned Helicopter. All P-3 Orion aircraft assigned to Special Projects Squadrons and all EP-3E Ares II aircraft are expected to fully retire by 2020. Variants: EP-3A, 7 modified for electronic reconnaissance testing. EP-3B, least known of all P-3 family. 3P-3A, 149,669, 149,673, 149,678, were obtained by CIA from U.S. Navy under Project STSPIN in May 1963, as the replacement aircraft for CIA's own cover operation fleet of RB-69A P-2V-7U. Converted by Aerosystems Division of LTV at Greenville, Texas, the 3P-3A was simply known as Black P-3A under Project Axial. Officially transferred from U.S. Navy to CIA on June-July 1964, LTV Aerosystems converted the three aircraft to be both the LINT and COMINT platform. First of three Black P-3A arrived in Taiwan and officially transferred to ROCAF's top-secret Black Bat Squadron on June 22, 1966. Armed with 4 Sidewinder short-range AAM missiles for self-defense, the three Black P-3A flew peripheral missions along the China coast to collect SIGINT and air samples. When the project was terminated in January 1967, all three Black P-3A were flown to NAS Alameda, California, for long-term storage. 2 of the 3 aircraft, 149,669 and 149,678, were converted into the only two EP-3B examples in existence in the world by Lockheed at Burbank in September 1967, while the third aircraft, 149,673, were converted by Lockheed in 1969 Euro 1970 to serve as a development aircraft for various electronic programs. The two EP-3B were known as Bat Rak, owing to their short period of service with Taiwan's Black Bat Squadron, were issued to U.S. Navy's VQ-1 Squadron in 1969 and deployed to Da Nang, Vietnam. Later, the two EP-3B were converted to EP-3E Ares, along with 10 EP-3A. The 12 EP-3E retired in 1990s, when replaced by 12 EP-3E Ares II, EP-3, ELINT aircraft for the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. EP-3E Ares, 10 P-3As and 2 EP-3Bs converted into ELINT aircraft. EP-3E Ares II, 12 P-3Cs converted into ELINT aircraft. Last delivered 1997. EP-3J, 2 modified from P-3As for FEWSG use as a simulated adversary EW platform in exercises. Later transferred to the former Tactical Electronic Warfare Squadron 33, then transferred to the former Fleet Air Reconnaissance Squadron 11. Operators. Current operators Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, 5 EP-3, United States Navy, active squadrons, VQ-1 based at Naval Air Station Whidbey Island. Former squadrons, VQ-2 was based at Naval Station Rota, Spain until 2006 when it moved to Naval Air Station Whidbey Island. Specifications. General characteristics, crew, 22+, length, 105 feet 11 inches, wingspan, 99 feet 6 in, height, 33 feet 7 in, wing area, 1,300 feet 2, airfoil, NACA 0014-1.10, NACA 0012-1.10, empty weight, 77,200 pounds, loaded weight, 135,000 pounds, useful load, 57,800 pounds, max takeoff weight, 142,000 pounds, power plant, 4A, Allison T56A14 turboprop, 4,600 shp. Each, propellers, 4-bladed Hamilton standard propeller, 1 per engine, propeller diameter, 13 feet 6 in. Performance, maximum speed, 780 km per hour, cruise speed, 650 km per hour, range, 3,000 nanometers, service ceiling, 30,000 feet. See also, related development, Lockheed L-188 Electra, Lockheed P-3 Orion, Lockheed WP-3D Orion, Lockheed Camp 140 Aurora, Lockheed P-7, aircraft of comparable role, configuration and era, Breguet Atlantique, Hawker Siddeley Nimrod, Ilyushin Il-20, related lists, list of military aircraft of the United States, list of active United States military aircraft, list of Lockheed aircraft. References, notes. Bibliography, Winchester, Jim, ed. Military Aircraft of the Cold War. London, Grange Books plc, 2006. ISBN 1-84013-929-3. External links, P-3C fact file and P-3 history page on U.S. Navy site, P-3 Orion Research Group. Archived from the original on June 30, 2007. NASA Wallops Flight Facility Aircraft Office Operators of the NASA P-3, EP-3E on combataircraft.com.